Hello and welcome to Wellness 101. Today is about timelines. So, have you ever felt like your timeline was moving slower than everyone else's? I say that because I was one of those people who felt like, I need to be doing something. Everyone's doing this or they're doing that, and then you take a break and you're like, wait, their timeline isn't my timeline. So I started having that feeling like, you know what, I'm not alone, because I started realizing a lot of people started saying, I'm supposed to be doing this and I'm supposed to be doing this by this age or that age, or I'm supposed to have this many children by this age, and then you're like, wait, when you don't accomplish those things by that age, then you have that feeling of, I failed. And then we're in this cycle of trying to build ourselves back up, constantly feeling like you failed, and then constantly trying to build yourself back up because you didn't accomplish something by a certain point in time or a certain period of time. Like, between this age and this age, I have to do this. And yeah, so it creates that feeling of, I didn't accomplish anything. So if you take it back to around, I think that feeling starts right around high school. So when you're growing up in your high school, you first maybe 9th, 10th grade, you're really not really focused on what's going on until you hit 11th and 12th, and everybody starts to talk about grades and graduation and what's next, the proms, those milestone marks that everybody does, or I didn't do a lot of those things, but a lot of those milestone marks that people meet, and then if you don't meet them, people kind of look like, yeah. So yeah, it's like the questions that people ask the most when you're going through high school in that grade can create a sense of urgency in you that's really unnecessary, to be honest. In my opinion, it's unnecessary, because they're like, what college are you choosing? Maybe you didn't think about college yet. What's next? What's your plan? What are you gonna do? What career are you gonna choose? And it's like, that creates that sense of urgency that now you're focused on, oh my gosh, I need to be focused on what I need to do next instead of what I'm doing now. Then it's a horrible process, because at a time we are supposed to be building, high school is the most character building activity that you will ever experience in your life before your actual life begins. So when you're in that phase and you have that, and you're actually thinking about what you want to do, but then people start asking questions, and it could create a little bit of a sense of urgency that's unnecessary, because maybe it's society. What is everybody else doing? What is the kids your age doing? What are the people your age doing? Maybe it's your family. What are you going to do, because you can't live here? You got to move here, or you got to do that. Maybe it's your friend. Well, I'm doing this. I have a job. I work over here. I do this. I do that. It's unnecessary, because your timeline is not their timeline. The things that happen in your life may never happen in their life. The things that happen in their life, you might not even do those things. And so I just want to say that it's the rush to do those things is so unnecessary, because it just creates this, we're too harsh on our mental health by allowing the trending things to become the standard for whether or not we're doing well in our own lives. And it's actually detrimental to our health to follow trends, because it's turning out to be a horrible process that I'm watching all across the internet. And it's like, you have to take back who you are, who you want to become. Take back your power over your life. The story that's being written, you have to take it back for yourself. And it's you can't let somebody else write your story, because then how it goes is controlled by someone else. Yeah, we can't control uncontrollables, but we can control the narrative of how it goes. Yes, these bad things may have occurred, but this is how I'm going to change and make change to make things better for my life. I will not allow the rush of society to force me into, oh, I need to be doing this at this time. Now, I talked about high school, but I'm in my 30s, so a lot of women are like, the trend right now is everyone's looking for love. I'm not looking for those things, but I'm not looking for those things because I did that. I'm not looking for them, but I'm also just loving me. I'm learning who I want to be, and I feel like turning it inward is the healthiest thing that I could do right now for me. Because like I said before, focusing on what someone else is doing, that's not me. Then I would be who they are. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be T if I'm trying to be someone over here who's this straight and narrow person who wants to do everything this way and that way, and everything's perfect in their life. I can't do that. There's things that I've done in my life that person may never do in their life as well. And I had to realize that I had to pause, slow down, take my time, and then realize, you know what? Who was I allowing to control how I wanted to be when I felt like I needed to get married, have children, have a family, husband, do these things? And it was like you follow what was trending, or you follow how everyone portrays you, and then you end up with this regretful feeling. I don't regret it, but you may end up with this regretful feeling that I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. So it's so important to take that moment and don't allow anybody else to control how you want your life to go. If you just want to take a pause and say, let me figure this out real quick. Yeah, you can have a plan. I'm not saying don't plan. You can have a plan, but sometimes plans fail. A lot of the plans that I made for my life and in my life have failed, and a lot of them didn't. But it's not until this point in time that I realized, you know what? Oh my goodness, the things that I said way back when are just now coming into fruition. And it's like, yeah, I wanted that to happen at this time. And that's why it's like, it's important not to try to control your own timeline as well, because the things that I wanted previously are happening now. I'm not who I used to be, and I don't think the things that are happening to me now, I would have been able to handle then. So it's really important to pause, to slow down, to be more present in your life, because you can get lost by trying to follow a crowd. It's like following a crowd, and if they walk off a bridge, then you walked off the bridge, but you walked off blindly because you weren't paying attention to where you were going. You were just following. But if you stand in who you are, even if it means that you're separate from something, or you may turn this way and everyone else turns that way, sometimes you have to be the one who starts the path. Yes, it's very difficult and it's very hard, because yes, it will come with a lot of say. What are you doing? Why are you doing it this way? What matters most is that you control the things that you wanted to happen to you. Not saying that you can control, like I said, the uncontrollables, but it's really important to trust the process, which I'm still unsure of what it means to trust the process, because if you think about it, like I said before, my timeline isn't the same as someone else's timeline. So when we say trust the process, what process are you trusting? Where do we go with that? Because my process isn't the same as your process. My timeline wasn't the same. The things that I did aren't the same as you. So how do I know what process are we talking about? So I'm not even gonna lie, to be honest. I don't know what trust the process means, but I guess I'm trusting it, because like I said before, the things that are happening now, I wanted to happen before, but they finally happening for me. And so yeah, that's an amazing thing. I'm also learning not to rush, especially love. Don't rush love, because if you rush it, it's probably not good. And we really need to take our time with that, because it's so many things that can go wrong, but there's so many things that can go right. I'm not saying don't look for love, but yeah, so it's good to trust the process. A lot of people say things take time, and when people say things take time, to be honest, that really irritates me, because I'm like one of those people who are like, but why can't we just do it now? Let's get it over with. Yeah, but that's me learning to step back from trying to control situations where I am not in control, or to control situations where I can't see everywhere. And sometimes the things that I thought I wanted to happen quickly end up needing that time, which is amazing, because we can't see everything, but the unseen sometimes is the thing that you're being protected from. So I've learned that the hard way, that the things that so that's difficult. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to say that we all should slow down and not be focused on what everyone else is doing. Our friends, our family, our whoever you see that you're inspired by. Inspiration could come in so many forms. Sometimes this can be inspiration, and to me it might just be speaking about the things that I've been through and getting through, because it might help someone else see themselves. And that's really all I'm talking about here today. I just want people to see themselves for who they are and not for who someone else is. Don't be who someone else is because you want to be on their timeline. I would rather be on my own timeline than anyone else's, because you don't know when their timeline might end. And following theirs, like I said before, don't walk off the bridge because they're walking. So yeah. But anyways, remember to love yourself. Trust your intuition. Love yourself. Love your thought process. There's so many things that we still have to learn about ourselves. And I'm realizing every single day that the more I invest time into myself, the more I'm becoming a better me. And I wish that for everyone else. I wish everyone else could be better, because the mental health of the world right now needs that. We all need to slow down, don't rush, think about the things that we're doing, and don't follow trends. So that's all I have for today. Once again, this is Welltiness 101. Thanks for watching, and remember, I love you to infinity.